2024 is shaping up to be an incredible year for music, with the biggest artists slated to come out with a new album. In this video, we'll look at 8 of the most anticipated albums of 2024. Dua Lipa's third album. Dua Lipa is coming off her very successful second album featuring Nostalgia, which was released back in March 2020. After the release of the album, she released Cold Heart PNAU remix with Elton John in 2021. It was very successful, peaking at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 1 in the UK. She was also involved on the Barbie soundtrack, releasing Dance the Night in 2023. The song was nominated for a Grammy Award and a Golden Globe. She then released the first taste of her next album with the first single, Houdini. The song didn't make the splash she wanted, only peaking at number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100. The next single, Training Season, is expected to be released on February 15. Dua Lipa's third album is expected to be one of the biggest of 2024. Billie Eilish's new album. Following a year where Billie delivered a ballad on the Barbie soundtrack, her next album is expected to be released in 2024. Since her last studio album, 2021's Happier Than Ever, Billie has been semi-active. She released her 2-track EP, Guitar Songs, in July 2022. She dropped the EP as a surprise because she wanted to share new music to her fans. She then released What I Was Made For a year later on July 13, 2023. The song was popular, peaking at number 14 on the Billboard Hot 100. It scored 5 nominations at the 2024 Grammy Awards, including ones for Record of the Year and Song of the Year. Billie revealed that her next album is almost finished and is coming soon, and it is one of the most anticipated of the year. Rihanna's new album. Yeah, I'm saying it. Rihanna is going to release her 9th album this year. She said multiple times that she has been working on it, but it has been 8 years since her last album, The Excellent Anti. It was a very popular album, certified 3 times platinum by the RIAA. It is one of my favorite albums of all time. Her last release was Lift Me Up from the Wakanda Forever soundtrack in 2022. It was successful, peaking at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. Listen, she might not release the album this year, or maybe ever, as she has become a mother and a billionaire. After performing at the 2023 Super Bowl halftime show, she says she was releasing the album last year, but she didn't. Whenever she releases the album, it will surely be one of the biggest events of the year. Playboy Cardi's new album. Playboy Cardi was responsible for the seismic shift in hip-hop when he released Whole Lotta Red at the end of 2020, introducing his signature rave sound. It was a very popular album, debuting on number 1 on the Billboard 200 with 115,000 album equivalent units sold. After Whole Lotta Red, he released Mr. Rage with Trippie Redd, which peaked at number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100. He was also featured on The Weeknd's Popular from the soundtrack of The Idol. Since the end of 2023, he has been rolling out his new album, 2024. Backrooms, Hood by Air, and Evil Jordan were all dropped in quick succession. We don't know which ones are going to be on the new album, which is rumored to be called Music, and the project is very anticipated. SZA's Lana. SZA is coming off her very successful album SOS, which was released at the end of 2022. It debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, selling 318,000 album equivalent units. It spawned popular singles like Kill Bill and Snooze. The album ended 2023 as the 3rd best-selling album of the year, selling 3 million copies in the year. Recently, SZA has teased that she is releasing a new album called Lana. In an interview with Variety, SZA said that the project was meant to be a deluxe version of SOS, but it turned out to be its own album. She also teased the project on Instagram. It was named after her first ever tattoo, which she got at the age of 13, after she couldn't afford to pay for all the letters in her name, Solana. So, we're all waiting for it. Ariana Grande's new album. Ariana is coming off her last album, Positions, which was released back in 2020. It debuted on number 1, selling 174,000 album equivalent units in the US. It also spawned successful singles like Positions and 3435. Since the release of the album, she was featured on 2 remixes of The Weeknd's songs, Save Your Tears and Die For You, both of which hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Since then, she has been filming the film adaptation of Wicked, but in January 2024, she finally made her return by releasing Yes and as the first single from her next album. It is a dance pop track addressing the homewrecker accusations she has been facing online. The name of the album is rumored to be Eternal Sunshine and is scheduled to be coming out in March. Like everyone, I'm excited to hear how it sounds. Cardi B's new album. Cardi hasn't released a new album in close to 6 years, so it's about time. Her last album was her debut, Invasion of Privacy, released back in 2018. It debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, selling 255,000 album equivalent units in its first week. The album spawned 2 Diamond certified singles, Bodak Yellow and I Like It. It also won the Grammy Award for Best Rap Album in 2019. Since that album, she has been releasing single after single, with no album in sight. Money, Please Me, Impress in 2019, the number 1 single WAP in 2020, another number 1 Up in 2021, Hot Shit in 2022, and Bongos in 2023. I think she's looking for a single to stick now, before releasing a new album, because Bongos wasn't it. We can expect the new album to be released this year, and is one of the most anticipated releases of the year. Megan Thee Stallion's new album. Despite her popularity, Megan has never had a number 1 album, with her last one, 2022's Traumazine, peaking at number 4, selling 63,000 units in its first week. There were no top 10 singles from it, the biggest being Sweet as Pie featuring Dua Lipa, which peaked at number 15. She started the rollout of her next album in 2023, when she released Cobra and airing out her X Party. It didn't quite do what it was supposed to do, peaking at number 32 on the Billboard Hot 100. She then released Not My Fault with Renee Rapp, from the soundtrack to the new Mean Girls. Then her second single from her upcoming album Hiss was released on January 26, 2024. She didn't hold back on the song, as it was a diss track towards Drake, Tory Lanez, and Nicki Minaj. Nicki is responding, so it's going to be a back and forth. The song is getting traction on social media, so it would be a perfect time for an album. So that makes it one of the most anticipated albums of the year. Tell me some albums you're excited for in the comments.